したし。 Kill the timer. Okay, there we go. Can everybody hear me all right? Let me make sure I have the right mic this time. Okay, I think I do. All right. We are live now. Yeah, sorry, I had to fiddle around with the webcam and audio settings while I was switching scenes. All right, thank you for joining, everybody. We are gonna take a stab at this new Spiral Abyss, floor 12. So looking at the enemies, first of all, first chamber, we have the Kenki Trio on the first half, so we know we're gonna need some good AoE damage there. And then we have a pretty nasty looking second half with a lot of, I'm assuming this is either two or three waves. The Mirror Maiden and the Operative looks, two Operatives and the Mirror Maiden, pretty annoying. There's lots of enemies that like to move around a lot, so we're gonna need some grouping here. Venti, I could see being really good here. Venti, Kazuha, both really good, I think. And then for the second chamber, we have Coppelius, so the other version from the previous iteration. So he's gonna be weak to OSHA attacks because Coppelia is weak to Pneuma attacks. So we know we're going to need some OSHA characters if possible. That's going to give us that res debuff, which is going to help our clear time. Second half, nothing too bad, but we have the Lightning Abyss or the Electro Abyss Lector. So we're going to need some Pyro, Dendro, or Cryo. Those are going to be the three main elements that are effective against this Electro Shield. Probably not Pyro. Well, I think Pyro should be fine too. The Pyro agent is strong against Pyro, but they don't have a lot of health, so that doesn't really, it's not really a strict blocker from us taking it. And then finally for the last chamber, we have a bunch of different enemies, nothing that really stands out. We have the Cryo Gunner, so we do favor Pyro on that first half. And then we have the Iniquitous Baptist on the second half, who has a Pyro, Cryo... What does Fulmination mean? Is that Electro? Is that an Electro Shield? I'm assuming it's Pyro, Cryo, Electro, right? So then for Pyro, we're going to need Hydro. For Cryo, we need Pyro. And then for Electro, Pyro, Cryo, or Dendro should all be fine. So then Electro, okay, sounds good. Sorry, I hope my dog barking in the background isn't too loud. Let me know if it is, and then I'll close the door or something. Okay, so let's go. So we're gonna need some kind of vaporized team on the second half because of this guy, I think. And vaporize should work fine for all of these, I think. Yeah, the Hydro will work well against anybody who has a shield. So we're gonna go with some kind of national team on the second half, I think. Something with grouping too, probably some kind of Kazuha national. And then on the first half, we're not too restricted in terms of elements, which I like. I think I might go for something like an Over-Vape team, something, because Overload gives us good AoE damage against the Kenki Trio, as well as this kind of collection of enemies. And then the Vaporized portion will also give us a good amount of single target damage against Coppelius. So then I might try something like a Over-Vape Arlecchino on the first half, and then like a Kazuha National in the second half. So let's start with something like that. Actually, let's go this, and then this. And then here we'll go... Ooh, I don't really love using both Yelan and Arlecchino, because it kind of feels like I'm cheating. Huh. Maybe I'll go, let me think. Is Xiangling worth playing at C2? It's iffy. There's definitely better carries, but if she's like one of the only pyro damage dealers that you have, then it's still worth it, I would say. Let me think. This second team is starting to look a little too whaley. I want to see if we can... Who's a good shielder for Arlecchino? Oh, I can use Toma here actually. Yeah, I can use Toma. Don't really have a buffer though, which I don't really like. Maybe it'll work. Let's give it a shot. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't want to use Zhongli because I already have 2 5-stars on that team. I don't want to make it too whaley. All right, for the Kenki trio, if you don't know already, there's going to be 3 of them, obviously. And my focus is mostly going to be on the white one, because that's the one that moves around the least. So the white one's going to be kind of the center of my attention, and then I'm hoping to use my AoE damage to kind of damage all 3 of them at the same time. And what I'm going to do is at the very start of the fight is run to the left, and then kind of... You'll see what I mean when I do it. It's better to show it than it is to explain it. But basically, I'm going to run to the left and kind of wrap around all 3 of the Kenkis. And this kind of gives us a better grouping that causes them to walk into each other, walk closer to each other. So let's give it a shot. Okay. Yeah, you see this grouping here? How all 3 of them are like really close to each other now? This is kind of what we're looking for. I'm just ulting there for the iframes. Because otherwise I would have taken a lot of damage. And you can see how we're doing a good amount of... Oh my goodness, I almost died again. Toma shield is not working here. I was hoping it would be strong enough, but it doesn't seem like it is. I framed that first as well. And Arlecchino has a good amount of sustain because of her burst, but everybody else, we don't actually have a healer on this team, so everybody else, every bit of damage that we take here is going to hurt us, which doesn't feel very good going into this, or going into the second chamber, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, second chamber looks like we have 2 of these guys, not too bad. Not the worst. Floor 12. But these guys, obviously, the key is to try to keep their health as close to each other as possible, so that they die at roughly the same time. What we don't want is for them to revive or kind of heal when the other one dies. Okay, nice. And then second wave, we have a really annoying combo here, actually. We have 3 ranged enemies. Lucky for me, I have Kazuha, which is able to keep them together. But without Kazuha, this would actually be really annoying, because the 3 of them are all ranged, and they would probably spread out pretty quickly. So we really need Kazuha to keep them together here. Alright, and then we're closing out with the operatives. Oh gosh, that's really bad. Completely whipped. Again, we have Kazuha who's kind of carrying us here. And the enemy's grouped, which is really good. Oh, we've actually missed the 3-star cutoff. So we need to work on this on the second run through. I think my first half was a little too slow, that we weren't doing enough AoE damage, I think. Yeah, we're about 1 rotation too late, about 20 seconds late, so if we had saved a rotation off of the first half, we probably could have gotten the clear here. And I am feeling better, thank you. Thank you for asking. Alright, second half. I actually don't even remember who the enemies are. Oh, is this the Capelli? Is this the Capellius floor? It is, okay. Oh, maybe I should read the tutorial? Will I be okay with that tutorial? Yeah, it looks like the attack pattern is pretty similar though. My Toma's under a lot of fire though, so oh my goodness, I'm doing so much damage. And my burst isn't even up this time, so yeah, I don't know. This team isn't without a strong shielder, it's not looking too good. I might have to restart because Toma alone is not. What else do we have? We have character elemental burst instantly restores 30% HP. I could end up taking this card just to get me through this chamber, and then see if we can do another run later. Oh, and it looks like Capellius is a cryo shield, so we definitely need Pyro on this half. Or definitely helps to have Pyro on this half. And yeah, they are hitting quite hard, so that also does Yeah, Layla seems like a good idea too, especially because a lot of the damage is cryo damage, so then it will be pretty helpful. I don't have Layla built, unfortunately, because I just got her actually. Yeah, this chamber card is really useful. 30% healing on bursts. It's kind of coming in clutch right now. Got a pretty good amount of damage here. I'm actually not going to burst on this rotation, but I think we can finish it without the burst. Nice. You can also use Usha to destroy Capellia's shield. Oh, okay, that's good to know. So we don't necessarily need Pyro. We can use an Usha attack to break the shield. Do you have Chevreuse for some slight heals here? I don't have Chevreuse, unfortunately. She's the one that got away from me, so I'm definitely going to be rolling for her the next time she comes around. Alright, this time we have 3 Pyro agents. It's not too bad for us. Oh, spoke too Shincho did so much work there. Alright, we have 2 Aramite summoners, that's also not too bad. Pretty classic Animo Geo combo. Okay, we got both of the sets. Should go here. Shangling needs a little bit more energy. Going into the third wave. Oh, it's the Lectors on this. Let me try to balance out their health a little bit more. I'm gonna try to knock them into each other using the strong knockbacks from the burst, so that when they go into their shield, they have them close together. Between Xiangling's Pyronado,
動くべきだ。みんなは俺が守れ。
then it's first. I feel like we should be able to trade in time. Oh, it's gonna be pretty close actually.
くらえ。
Just a few seconds off. That feels kind of bad. We're just a couple seconds away, but okay. I think we have a good read on it. Let's see here. 50%, 30% HP. We have a dash. Let's go for the dash one, I guess. And the last chamber, it was like a whole mix of enemies. Let's see what we have here.
痛がっちゃいないの。終わりで。断罪の名に。
炎の盾、俺が守るよ。よっ。ちょっと。好きのように永遠なる。却下する。
捕まえた。どの目が出るかしら。黒き翼よ。シュッ。
それ。助立ち参上。やっ。
Yeah, so far nothing too crazy. It feels like this half could also benefit from Grouper, like Sucrose. But on the next run, if I don't get a clear here, then I'll probably bring in
痛
Sucrose
が
on
っちゃ
this
いない
half.
の。糸よ。工作せよ。
炎の盾、5時の炎。
姿を見せよ。
Wait, is this really 4 waves of enemies? There's actually so many waves. 4 waves on one half is actually so nasty. Why would they do this?
落ちるがいい。
捕まえた。終わりで。
お嬢様の
それ。俺が守るよ。
What's the last wave we have? Okay, these guys.
やっ。それ。と。さ。と。やっ。
痛がっちゃいないの。
These dogs?
ど
Stationary,
の目
right?
が出るかしら。断罪の名。
はい。炎の盾。すい。5時
I'm
の
taking
炎。
way too long here. I can already feel it.
やっ。
Yeah, I think Sucrose or Kaza on this half would actually be really helpful. We have about a minute and a half left. And we've got the Iniquitous Baptist, right? I actually don't know the order of the shields, but we will try our best here.
この剣はわかるかい。
Got Pyro
歌
first.
よ
I
錦
think.
となれ。燃えろ。みんながそばにいてくれるよ。マイ。
And then we have
借りなく。
Cryo second. Okay.
火を消し。話が通じないなら。
And that means Electro's left.
風よ。さい。
Oh, wait, where did he go? Oh.
股間奥義。全力
Yeah,
攻
this
撃だ。
is the big cooldown, so, or big damage window, so this is where we want to try to dish out most of our
料
damage.
理の時間。
And I did not time Xiangling's ult correctly, so that's really bad. And then
形は
got
制
Pyro
止。
again? Okay, got it.
雨描きがたし。歌よ錦と。みんながそばにいてくれるわ。
Cryo?
風の
Okay.
雲の
Cryo's
行
not
く
too
ご
bad
と。
because we have both Bennett and Xiangling, which is really good.
それ。師匠の技を食らいなさい。
せい。
や。
We're not gonna make it again.
そこだよ。
Let me think here. I think we can make this one. So let me think. We spent a lot of time. I'm gonna take the attack buff actually. We spent a lot of time running around here because we got our spawn points kind of bad. Let me think. Pyro, Cryo, then Electro. Okay, got it. So if we're more conscious about the spawn points, I think we can get a little bit faster here. And then, I mean, there isn't too much more we can do here. Anyway.
捕まえた。
I guess I'll just have to try to keep these two together a little bit better
火に気をつけろ。俺が守り。
so that we have better AoE damage.
さ。 こより登る
Yeah, first half needs to be faster, I think so.
糸よ工作せよ影の辛さ
やっ炎の盾5時の炎やっ
I might forego Arlecchino's burst because I don't think I'm gaining a lot of damage from her burst, and the animation just takes so long. So
痛がっちゃ嫌
I think
どの目が
if
出
she's
る
not low, then I'll probably try to get away with not using her burst.
火に気をつけろ
But
俺が
I'm
守る
limited
よ
by Toma's cooldown anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter
や
too
っ
much. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the fight on the back half of the arena because I know that the last wave is going to spawn here.
貫
So
く
that saves us a little bit of
捕ま
time.
えた終わりで
Because in the previous one, I was running all the way from the front of the arena to the
炎の
back
盾
here.
助立ち参
So
上
a little bit. I don't know. I still don't know if it's fast enough to stay.
やっ権限
どの目が出るかしら断罪のな
830? Is that faster than my previous run? I don't actually know. I feel like I had about 830 on the previous run too. Ooh, energy orb. I don't
動
know
くべ
if
き
that
だ
helps, but we'll see. Okay.
形は
So we know Pyro's gonna
熱々でしょ左右ルコ
use Shincho's skills
全力
there.
攻撃だくらえもみ違う散らな
Cryo's
く惜
next.
しみ
So we're gonna get a
話
Pyro
が通じ
ability
ないな
ready.
ら叩くまででしょ
And then finally Electro. And Electro is weak to Pyro also, so
燃えろ股間奥義みんながそばにいてくれるわ風の雲の
ウオパー火をこの剣
get
はわか
ready
るかい
for the Pyro shield using Shincho's skill.
そこだ
Cryo.
全力攻撃だ燃えろ
熱々でしょ歌よに
Okay, this feels a little bit better.
もみ違う散ら
Just
な
have
く
the
惜
electric
しみ
shield left, and he's pretty low now.
師匠の
I
技を
think
食らいなさい
Okay, nice. Yeah, I think saving Xingqiu's skill for when the Pyro Shield comes up definitely helps a lot. So not wasting, kind of making the best use out of our Hydra application, I think was a big difference maker there in the clear time on the second half. And then also the first half, I actually don't even know if I saved time on the first half. It felt like it was a little faster, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, just positioning and anticipating where the spawns are going to be seemed to help a lot. You were... Oh, apparently I was 30 seconds faster on the first half, so definitely was faster. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, let's go back and try this again. We have the Cryo Shield, we need high single target damage, so then I think, yeah, like a Pyro single target damage dealer would be really good here. Like Hu Tao, like we can stick with Arlecchino, I think she would be fine. I just need a better team for her there. And then second half, I feel like second half was mostly okay. We need mostly Pyro, Cryo, Dendro. I wonder if a Hyper Bloom team could be good here. Because then, like a Nahida Hyper Bloom. Because then we'll have a good mix of like Dendro application. Or maybe like a Burgeon team. Ooh, actually, yeah, I'm kind of tempted by a Burgeon team here. What if we went with like Neuvillette Burgeon? That'd be kind of cool, right? Hyper Bloom Nuvi first half, and then Arlecchino second half. Yeah. I'm assuming you meant the other way around. Yeah, okay. What's the trick with the dancers? I'm assuming you're talking about Coppelius and Coppelia. There isn't really a trick. You just only focus one of them, the one in the center, which is Coppelius, and then you just try your best to dodge the attacks from the outside ring. Let me think here. Something like this. That'd be pretty cool, right? So we have a full 5-star team. Not exactly a budget team, but hopefully it'll work out. And then for the second half, I'm gonna do something like, kind of want to run the same team, but with, or maybe I'll do Xingqiu this time. I don't know. Or maybe I just won't do Overload. Maybe Overload is just kind of copium. Let me think here. Maybe just like Sucrose? Do I have enough sustainability here? What is Deha doing there? She's gonna be the Burgeon proc. We're doing a Neuvillette Deha Burgeon team. I feel like I might die with this team. We'll see. We'll give it a shot. We're gonna run to the left again to try to group them a little better.
痛がっちゃいない。終わりで。
みんなは俺が守れ。
安全距離確認。超。
好きのように永遠なる。
Dodge the fire attack. Oh my god, I'm getting destroyed. Oh, okay, I'm dead. I either need to dodge that cryo charge up attack or I need to time my burst a little bit better because I can't really afford to use Arlecchino's burst to dodge that. So I might hold on to Sucrose's burst. I'm not sure. Let's see what ends up being better. Yeah, so I used Sucrose's burst there. But I'm switching out to Arlecchino pretty late by doing that. Oh my god, I almost died again.
権限。
痛がっちゃいない。糸よ、工作せよ。
みんなは俺が守れ。燃えろ。
安全距離。超拡散形態。
よっ。ここより登る。貫こう。
終わりで。停止。
全力攻撃だ。
吸引テスト開始。
Oh, I didn't get the power as well. Feels bad.
落ちるが権限。
Alright. I played Overload, Arlecchino with Beidou for the first half. Worked fine for me. Okay. Yeah, I feel like an Overload team would be really good. I don't know if you have enough single target damage to clear Capellios though. That's what I'm more concerned about.
風よ雲が借りなく
痛くしちゃうか。
討伐となるがいい。
それ。もみちは
Good old Deja version.
覚えたわよ。
やるか。
Oh, what the? Wow, my balls are expired.
マイヤ。
エミー、私は帰ってきた。
She's outside of Deja's first, or Deja's circle too, so it's just Neuvillette by himself, all on his lonesome.
風を知れ。風の歌。雲の。
Oh my god, my balls are expired.
討伐となるがいい。
風の行く先を。
静粛に。
もみちはちらま。
はびこりなさ。
行くぞ。
高き者。私は下げず。
行こう。
I think we should be okay.
痛くしちゃ
We're
う。
gonna make it. Okay, nice. Alright, we're just here for Chamber 2, but we got the 3-star on Chamber 1 as well, so that's nice. Which side would Wanderer be able to breeze through? I think neither is great for him, but if I had to pick one, probably the first half, because I don't think he can beat the Iniquitous Baptist unless you have some like crazy elemental support. I guess you could do it with like Bennett Xiangling, kind of like a Wanderer national team, like Bennett Xiangling, Xingqiu, Wanderer. I don't know if that's good, but I guess you could in theory do that in the second half. But I still feel like, yeah, Wanderer is just like so bad unless you're just up against like single target. If you have C6 Faruzan, it makes it a little bit easier because she helps with the grouping a little bit, but still it's not great.
貫こうかかれどの目が出るかしら
みんながそばにいてくれるわ
6308式ユニット
Yeah,
7 号
keep missing the Pyro Swirl, it's really bad.
いやはっいや凡庸だ子供たち
Oh
の
my god,
歌
I
声
died.
が
I did not expect that. Is this the right one? Energy recharge? Should I just go all res so that I don't die as much? Take less damage?
権限
痛がっちゃいないよ糸よ工作せよ
全力攻撃だ燃えろ
吸引テスト開始超拡散形態
いや
Oh wow, she was cryo.
さ
Super first.
いや
It's kind of awkward.
月のように永遠なる却下す
とどの目が出るかしら
みんながそばにいてくれるわ傷なんて痛まないくらい
Yeah, it's actually really difficult to get a cryo or pyro swirl here because it's got that cryo shield. And then
さ
sometimes.
続きと行こう
Oh my gosh.
貫こ
Oh gosh.
う認めはす
Oh my goodness, I am getting wrecked. Yeah, not having a shielder into the Coppelius duo is pretty difficult actually. I need to get better at learning their moveset. Cryo and Animo isn't a good DPS for this Abyss. Yeah, I think neither are very good here.
却下す
かかれ糸よ工作せよ
Definitely a very
みんなは俺が
pyro
守れ
and cryo, or pyro and a hydro favorite
7
Abyss,
号
it
式
feels
モジュー
like.
ル
いやいやはっ
Yeah, I see you this time, Coppelia.
いや
A little bit better job of dodging her attack.
権限
どの目が出るかしら
全力攻撃だ燃えろ
安全距離確認へ
凡庸だね
Oh my.
いや暖炉の火が
Wait, oh my gosh. Come on. Wow, I'm struggling really hard without a shielder here. Especially in melee range, Coppelius's attacks are so hard to dodge too. I think I'm getting more used to dodging Coppelius attacks that come from kind of far away, those Animo blades. But when I'm in melee range of Coppelius, I have a really hard time reading his attack set.
痛がっちゃいない終わりで
みんなは俺が守れ
輸送の風
Stay away until the shield is up, then destroy it, and then get away again. Gosh.
認めはし
Yeah, I am getting wrecked here. Yeah, dying during burst animation, it really feels bad. Just means that I pulled the trigger a little too late.
どの目が出るかしらかかれ
みんながそばにいてくれるわ
7号式モジュール630
いやと凡庸だね却下す
That's a little bit better.
はせ捕まえたやは糸よ工作せよ
全力攻撃だ
吸引テスト開始
よっ
Oh my. Should I just use my burst here?
ここより登る権限
Ooh, yeah, Lon's burst is not up. That's pretty bad.
その場しのぎじゃ
みんなは俺が守れくらい
超拡散形態630
Absolutely
痛がっちゃいない
to deal any kind of damage.
終わりでーす
Yeah, it's okay. It delayed my rotation by a little bit, but it wasn't that well actually. Okay, about a minute 20 on this half, minute 12. It's not too bad. And yeah, Zonli, I can imagine, is probably really good here. I was trying not to use him because I try not to rely on Zonli too much as a crutch, but maybe I do need him after all.
覚えたわよやるか
Ooh, that was pretty clean. Exactly one charge attack is enough to clear all of them.
逃げられると思うな
Where is the other pet? Oh, I see.
風の行く先を風の雲の行く
はびこりなさ手加減なしだぜ必ず
大末となるがいい
手をつなぎましょう
The Dendro and Pyro application is enough here.
静粛に
風よ
Okay, we have about 45 seconds, so that's about 2 rotations worth.
全部丸見えねこれこそが知恵の伝道
I feel like it will be. I actually don't even know if it's worth using Neuvillette's charge attacks here, because like they're not actually doing anything. It's just all Nahida and Deja that's doing the work here, the Pyro and the Bender damage. So we're just using Neuvillette's charge attacks for like decorative purposes. They're not actually doing anything. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so not actually an ideal team here, Neuvillette, because he's not actually doing anything to the Electro shields. But I guess you kind of needed him. I kind of needed him for the previous waves because he did a lot of work on the other enemies. And yeah, Dendro is really, or Dendro, but like Nahida specifically is like so fast at breaking shields because she gets like procs like crazy. Without a grouper, killing Fatui agents is really hard. Yeah, that is true. Burn Melt is the meta for Electro shields. Yeah, that also works. Dendro Pyro Cryo. Yeah, that sounds really good actually. Let's take a stab at the third chamber just to see how it goes. If it's too hard, then I might end up bailing.
全力攻撃
安全距離確認7号式モジュール
却下す
捕まえたどの目が出るかしら
みんなは俺が守れせ
吸引テスト開始無双の風
よ
Great, but not too bad either.
続きと行こう権限
終わりで撤収かかれ
全力攻撃だ
安全距離確認超拡散
Yeah,
形
there's
態
just too much Hydro application to not get this Pyro Swirl from the Hydro main.
貫こう
捕まえたどの目が出るかしら
みんなは俺が守れくやっふっふっとはっざっふっ
Oh, the circle impact is killing me here.
却下す
かかれ糸よ工作せよ
Couldn't stay
Minna
inside
がそばにいてくれるわ
for like any of that.
吸引テスト開始
よっやっ
Oh my god, this is so OP.
はっせい
I don't know. We'll see. That's not too promising. Let's see if Neuvillette can handle this.
神戸を垂れる
それはっ
The ICD on his charge attacks is not like great from what I understand, right? It's not.
騒ぐな高き私は下げす
Oh, and your pyro application is actually so bad. I only have
痛くしちゃう
Vega,
か
and her pyro application is not good enough for this. Yeah, no, this is doomed. I don't think
神戸を垂れろ
this is not the team for this boss. Yeah, we don't have enough pyro application, so you definitely need like a Xiangling or Bennett plus an Animo. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna. Maybe if I like absorbed pyro with Kazuha's burst somehow, and then we could have done it. But I don't think that was happening. All right, let's see what artifacts we got real quick, and then we'll go in with a few other teams. Attack Goblet, crit damage. Okay, nothing crazy. Let's see here. I hate the pizza cutter. Yeah, that was rough. I didn't realize that spinning attack is so deadly. Let's see here. Ellie's charge attack is insane distance closing for enemies. She can jump past half the arena to reach her target. That's good to know. Huh. Alright, let's see. What else can we do here? Xiangling with Neuvillette for the second half. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Do we want to... What do we want to see here? Are there any team comps that I should be running here? I know somebody mentioned that they were trying to do Hu Tao in the first half. Yeah, Ember's Burst is pretty good for cryo shields too. Only problem is she doesn't offer that much else to the team, so then the rest of your team has to be pretty strong in terms of damage output if you wanted to do something like that. I feel like my clears for the Kenki trio have not been great so far. I kind of want to try to find something that makes this a little better. I used Toma on the second half, Bennett and Xiangling first half. I feel like some kind of overload team on the first half. I don't have Wriothesley, sorry. But he has really cool animations. Hu Tao struggles 12-1 and 12-2, but is good for 12-3. Let's think here. Kind of want to go for some kind of overload team. Is Ganyu, Nahida, Pyro good for second half? Ganyu, Nahida, and Pyro? I think that should be fine. But then you're gonna struggle destroying the Pyro shield on the Iniquitous Baptist, the first shield. Because with just Cryo, it's gonna be pretty rough, I think. So you need to take Hydro too, and then you have like a really weird soup team. You have Hydro, Cryo, Dendro, Pyro. So you have like a Burgeon burn team. You can run any team and just make it work. Raiden National first half. Oh yeah, Raiden National is really good against Kenki Trio actually, that's true. Because the Over-Vape, she's kind of like the quintessential Over-Vape team comp. Combination of good AoE damage and single target damage. Neuvillette, Nahida, Raiden, and Pyro. Neuvillette, Nahida, Raiden, and Pyro. Yeah, I think that should work. I'm assuming on the second half, right? Because we want our Hydro to be on the second half because of the Iniquitous Baptist. So yeah, this is pretty much the same team that we were running last time, but we're running Electro instead of Pyro. But then, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the shield breaking is still not great because Raiden's Electro application is also not great unless she's in her burst. Can you try using Sucrose instead of Kaza in the second half? Yeah, sure. I think I can just go for like a standard national team on the second half just to see how that would pan out. Hopefully that'll be useful. And then on the first half, should I try using... Neuvillette on the first half? Is that useful, or is that like not very useful at all? What I found hard is to find a team for the second half that passes all the elemental checks for 12-3-2, but also has good grouping for the first 2 chambers. Yeah, right, because you need like... Right, the second half is very restrictive because of the Iniquitous Baptist. You pretty much have to go for some kind of vaporized team, like Hydro and Pyro. But then you also need good grouping, so then you need either Sucrose or Kazuha. So then that's going to be the main limitation. So you're pretty much locked into some kind of national variant, I would say. Something with Kazuha, Sucrose, and then a national team. Chi Pyro Plunge for the second half. Raiden Toma for the first half. Okay. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Why Raiden? Is it like Raiden National but with Toma instead? I was also thinking of using like Hu Tao in the first half, like an Overload Hu Tao. But I don't know if I'm gonna have enough damage. Like, what if we did like, it's only official. Oh wait, but then is Overload's not gonna be great for this chamber. It's gonna suck. Neuvillette, Kazuha, Pyro, and then Raiden. Okay, let's try that. Who's our Pyro gonna be? Should we do Deha again? Solo Neuvillette. My Neuvillette's not strong enough for that, unfortunately. Sino, Nahida, Shincho, Toma. I don't have Sino, unfortunately. But that would be pretty interesting. Like a Quicken team. Oh my god, Neuvillette's actually so strong. There we go. He's actually so much stronger than my previous runs. Holy crap. That was crazy. That wasn't even like 2 full rotations. That was just like a rotation and a half. Oh my god. My game is really loud. Hold on. Sorry about that. Let me... Oh, I didn't adjust my volume. You're right. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. But holy crap. Yeah, I turned down the game volume quite a bit because I had it pretty loud when I was loading in. Yeah, pretty crazy team there, right? So much AoE damage. Ooh, we are not focusing correctly here. Oh no, he's gonna heal. That sucks. And yeah, Sucrose is gonna be the MVP here, keeping the enemies grouped up. It's really important. Yeah, Over-Vape Neuvillette is very strong actually, in general. Just because the mix of elements is really good for him because of his A4 passive, and you really want to, or it helps to activate that. But then, yeah, the fact that he can just deal like continuous hydro damage throughout the whole rotation also helps a lot for Over-Vape teams. Oh my god, oh, he doesn't have enough energy. I was wondering where my Shincho's cooldown was. It's like, where is his burst? What's my Navia come? I don't have Navia, unfortunately. I don't have a lot of Fontaine characters. Unfortunately. Pretty behind on my Fontaine character roster. Sorry, my rotation is getting a little wonky here because I missed like one of Xingqiu's bursts, so I'm a little behind on my rotation now. But hopefully I can still clear. I think it's gonna be close. Maybe I shouldn't have bursted there. We'll see. Ah, just barely. Off by a couple seconds. Yeah, I messed up the rotation pretty badly about halfway into that fight. Those operatives are going to be annoying if they're ever on Chamber 3. Oh yeah, for sure. They're going to be so tanky. They're already so tanky as it is. Oh wait, I have nothing to break the shield. Should I use Deiha's burst to break this cryo shield? Is that even worth it? Feels so bad. Oh wait, he just refreshed it. Oh no. This feels so bad. And he's gonna refresh it too, so it's like... Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, Deiha is just not like a good pyro applier, unfortunately. Maybe I'll be okay. He's not refreshing it for now. This is my chance. Let's get him. Let's get him. Alright. Pretty slow. I think that was, what, minute and a half? We'll see if National can clean up for us. Oh yeah, maybe I should have just used Ride and Burst. That's a better idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. And we are going against the Pyro agents with a national team, so it's not ideal. They are going to mitigate a lot of the pyro damage that I'm dealing here. Or maybe Xingqiu's damage can make up for it. We'll see. Yeah, it took me 2 full rotations to beat that, so it definitely doesn't feel good. Oh, I need to get on the other side of this guy. Okay. Hopefully that works. This doesn't feel too good. I'll wrap up this chamber slowly, just so that we can see what the chamber 3 looks like with this team. But yeah, this team, or this chamber, is definitely a wipe for me here. Really bad. Really bad clear here. Get that Pyronado up. I definitely want to make sure I have full energy before going into the next chamber. That's easier said than done because these guys drain your energy. That doesn't look too good. We'll see. Xiangling doesn't have full energy. Bennett doesn't have full energy. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, an off-field pyro applier like Yelan, like a fast pyro applier like Yelan, Xingqiu, or Xiangling. If we got another one of those, it would really upset the game, because we would basically have a new variant of the national team to replace Xiangling, and that would be like pretty crazy.
風の歌雲の逃げ道はあります。高き私は下げず。風よそれそこだ。
Oh my gosh, Kazuha's skill didn't hit either of them there. That's so sad. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, the AoE damage on Over-Vape Neuvillette is actually crazy. I can't believe how much damage this is doing. Oh no, the pizza cutter! The pizza cutter of death is coming for me. Huh, this clear speed actually wasn't faster than my Arlecchino speed, because it still took me like 4.5 rotations. That's interesting. Okay, I need to recharge everybody's first, which kind of sucks, but maybe it'll be okay. Wait, where did he? Oh man, the teleport attack is throwing me off so badly. Actually, I'm not used to him using that. Oh wait, I should have. Dang, I didn't save Xingqiu's skill for the Pyro Shield just now. It's a rookie mistake. I might still be able to. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the teleport is ruining me. Oh my gosh. Oh, dang. No. Oh, I still got it. Okay. Yeah, that was a really messy rotation. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I made a few mistakes there. First of all, I didn't go into like chamber 3 with all of my bursts charged up, which is a huge mistake. And then also, I didn't save Xingqiu's skill for when the Pyro Shield comes up. So then I was using his skill kind of before the Pyro Shield came up, and that's a good chunk of my Hydro application. So making sure you time Xingqiu's skill with the Pyro Shield is really important. And then aside from that, I think, yeah, my rotation just got really jumbled up because I didn't have my bursts ready at the very beginning. Only is very good. Let's see here. What else should we try here? I feel like I've just been doing National and Neuvillette over and over. It's kind of what this Abyss is about, though, I feel like. Should we try... Let's see here. Should we try like an overloaded team on the first half? Go overload Hu Tao. Yeah, Baptist, yeah, makes Abyss always very restrictive, which is kind of unfortunate. This one's a little bit better than the last one because it doesn't have the Hydro Shield. When it has the Hydro Shield, then it's like really awkward because you need either Cryo or Dendro on the team, so then it really limits the types of teams that you can take in. But this time it's at least kind of more basic elements that have more overlap in the shield break. So you just need Pyro and Hydro basically. But... Sheesh. Time for the Chi-Chi Pyro Plunge team. Oh no. Overload, let's see. I'm gonna try, let me think here. The main problem with a lot of Overload teams, can Aggravate Kaching work? Your Aggravate Kaching can probably work. My Aggravate Kaching, maybe not so much. I feel like good cryo application would be very important on 12-3-2. Cryo application? We don't need a lot of cryo application because we just need it for the electro shield. Oh my god, hold on. My dogs are going crazy. I'm gonna close the door really quick. Try doing Hu Tao double Hydro first half. Mono Pyro Arlecchino second half. I feel like Mono Pyro is a death sentence against the Iniquitous Baptist, right? Because you need Hydro. It would have to be at least Vaporize Arlecchino, right? And even then that would be pretty tough against the Electro Shield, I feel like. I really want to give an Overload team a shot, but I don't know what to use. Maybe like Plunge Hu Tao first half, All Hightum second half. That seems okay. One sec, my wife is calling me. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Let's see here. I kind of like the Plunge Hu Tao idea, so let's see what we can do here. Something like... let me think. Something like this. Like it's only Yolan. You want to see me do a pull-up? Oh, there's a pull-up bar in the back. I'm not very strong, unfortunately. I have it, but I like rarely use it. Let me see if I can. Oh, I can barely do a few of the wide grip ones. Sheesh. Yeah, I rarely use it, as you can see, as you can tell. The wide grip ones destroy me. I can only do like a couple of those and then I'm like out. Yeah, the wide ones were really tough because they hit your like outer lats, and those are like muscles that you don't really use. So then Yeah, it's really awkward to like pull them off at first. Like even doing like one is like really hard. Whew, okay. I'm like winded now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. Where am I from? I live in Seattle actually. Now I'm ready for Abyss. Yeah. Now we're warmed up. Let's see here. For Al Haytham, let me think. Electro. The Electro is not a problem, but we still need Hydro. And then Pyro. Pyro Shield. And then Cryo Shield. The Cryo Shield is going to be the problem if I do Al Haytham on the second half. Because then I have nothing... Unless I go for like Burgeon Al Haytham, which would be like really troll. Or maybe? Try to use national team against Baptist. Melt Ganyu on the second half. Last chamber second half to be precise with elemental application. Electro works against the Cryo. I guess I could go for like Kuki. And then... His shield expires? Oh, interesting. But then, do you make time if you let it expire? let's just try this. See what happens. Oof, this cryo is slowing me down so much. The damage is pretty good. It's just mostly single target, which is the problem. But yeah, the damage is like not bad. I think this chamber will be the hardest just because it's like hard to group these guys, but I'm gonna have to go and chase down the Animo one. Hyper Fridge on the second half, that would be kind of interesting too. Am I lagging a lot? How's my frame rate? It feels kind of... I feel like I'm lagging a bit. What? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. No, 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 no. Oh, no. That feels bad. Oh, he died though. Surprising. Come on. Oh, this is not looking good. This is not looking good, friends. Oh no! Yeah, I feel like without Animo on the second half is way too hard to keep those enemies together. We'll give it one more shot, but I'm not too hopeful about it. Wow, the single target damage on this team is pretty crazy though. Holy crap. Oh my gosh.
岩山八九
かかれ。どの目が出るかしら。は、風よ。八方の風、羽ばたく。お、よっ、た、はい。
I'm gonna switch my focus because I think, yeah, the white one's almost dead, so that's fine. I'll probably go on the green one actually, because
剣女盤石
捕まえた。と、糸よ。工作せよ。は、風よ。千人のご高来だ。おい、はい。いやや。
oh my gosh. Oh, I barely got any damage in that rotation because I got knocked up too many times.
痛がっちゃいない。
That feels bad.
終わりで。へっちゃっは。知れ、風よ。周風、幸運に来た。は、はい。よっ、かか。はい。
Yeah, I was basically hitting like all three Kenkis with single target. I barely got any AoE damage there.
痛くしちゃうぞ。ありうる。渚のリン。
いや理論の演劇
私のお家にいらっしゃい。
はっさいいやここかはっさっ
全部丸め。
Ah, no. Dang, I cannot time these correctly.
文庫
手をつなぎましょう。
Yeah, look how far they spread out. These pyro agents, they get so spread out.
あなたにも。
So if you aren't able to keep them together initially, oh no.
挑戦
渚のリン。せ。はびこりなさい。
Oh, come on, get back here.
雨描きがたし。今回は。
Yeah, I don't know. It's not. It doesn't feel too good. I think without Animo, like without Kazuo or Sucrose on the second half, it's like almost hopeless. Hu-Tao Plunge works best with Bennett since the healing from Shanyun deletes 50% buff anyway. Oh, I see. Oh, so you go double. So you go double Pyro actually. Hmm. That's pretty cool. Shanyun plunge buff is single target. Grouping on second half. Let me see here. Kind of want to go for like an overload Arlecchino instead of. But then if I go overload, then that means the second chamber is not going to be great. I feel like. So I don't know. Or what if I go for like... Oh, what if I go for something like this? So I'll do like Arlecchino, Bennett, Kazuha, Fischl. So then we still have some like overload procs from Fischl, but then we still have pretty good single target damage from like Bennett, Kazuha, and Arlecchino. Where do I live? I live in Seattle, on the west coast of the United States. And then for the second half, I feel like we're just locked into like a Sucrose, some kind of like Sucrose like Xiangling team again, because we can't really. Yeah, maybe I take out Bennett. Actually, yeah. Let me try this. Something like this, and then we still have Bennett for the second half, because that's where we're going to need him. And I'll just do like regular national again. I just really want to try Overload on the first half. But then the second half is just so restrictive.
権限マイ風の歌雲の意難攻不落
黒き翼よ。
とはっさっさいや好きのように永遠な貫こう風
It's not too bad so far. But I think it's mostly Kazuha doing the work. Because Kazuha Overload is like crazy strong. This doesn't feel too bad.
落ちるがいい却下する風よ
For this run, we're doing Overload Arlecchino and then
岩山八九
just regular National in the second half.
さとやとつや
But 1 minute, that's not too bad. I feel like that's pretty good. Kazuha doing most of the work there, but still pretty good.
全力攻撃だ冒険
安全距離確認。7号式モジュール。はっ。料理の時間。
くらえ
Ooh, I got them down at almost the exact same time.
くらえ
Ooh, that was pretty good.
みんながそばに
As far as taking them out at the same time, I mean, did a pretty good job there, I feel like. Yeah, Sucrose makes such a big difference here. Just like a world of difference whether you have Sucrose or not on this half, I feel like.
みんなは俺が守れ
6308式フッ。はっ。約オーバー。
Okay, I have 3 rotations worth of time for the second half. Or for this last wave, rather. Oh my gosh. I wasted an entire rotation there. Oh my god, I can't believe I couldn't hit anything there.
でしょ。
That was so bad.
燃えろみんながそばに
吸引テスト開始。7号式も。
くらえ
師匠の技を食らいなさ。6308式ユニット。
歌よ錦みんなは俺が守れ
超拡散系
Oh no, I missed Sucrose's burst. That feels so bad.
この件はわかるかい
Yeah, we're not gonna make time here. Oh, I messed up that first rotation way too bad. I like completely butchered it with Xiangling's Power Tornado already running.
料理の時間。話が通じないなら。
Yeah, if it hadn't been for that, I think we could have made time. Because we're like, yeah, we're like half a rotation too late, so.
サグオーバー。
燃えろ油断した動くべき雨映画
Oh, I think I killed him with that. How much health do these guys have? Oh my gosh.
料理の時間だよ。吸引テスト開始。
Sheesh. Yeah, they ungroup by themselves. It's really rough. I do have fiber internet, yeah. And yeah, Child National should work fine on the second half too. Really, any variation of the national team should do pretty well here. Did I absorb Pyro there? I actually don't know. I feel like I didn't. Yeah, this Overload Arlecchino team definitely not as strong against single target. So without that Vaporize, without the Vaporize reactions amplifying her damage, she's, or at least my Arlecchino's a lot weaker. I get the occasional melt though, which is kind of nice. But, yeah, overall not too great.
好きのように永遠なる貫こう
I also just realized Kazuha is taking a beating because its only shield runs out by the time that we get to Kazuha in the rotation. So then Kazuha is exposed most of the time.
権限風よ
剣女盤石
断罪のな
About a minute and a half. It's not great. We're aiming for something closer to a minute on this half because the second wave, it just has so many waves of enemies. Or the second half has so many waves of enemies. Yeah, maybe if I had Arlecchino, it would look a little better. Or sorry, maybe if I had Chevy, it might look a little better because she amplifies. She really helps overload teams perform really well. But without Chevy, I feel like yeah, our single target damage is definitely lacking.
話が通じないなら叩くまでです久々の獲物だこの件はわかるかい燃えろ逃げられると思うな左右ルコ
I really want to get out of this wind tunnel.
全力攻撃だ
No.
無双の風ネバネバはあ料理の時
くらえ
それ
Don't think we have enough time again.
みんなは俺が守れせ
Wait, what happened to Xingqiu's energy? Did it just get drained because of the attacks? Oh my gosh.
全力攻撃
7号式モジュール安全距離
Oh, the energy drain is brutal actually. Oh my
師
gosh.
匠の技を食らいなさ左右ルコ
燃えろ
吸引テスト開始
Oh my god, I'm not even close this time. That feels really bad.
くらえみんなは俺が守る
超拡散形態はあそれ
燃えろ
いや話が通じないなら6308式ユニット
くらえ
かけっこすをはあ
How's our energy doing here? Xingqiu. It's not too bad. I think we can
安全距離確認
give a little bit more energy there. Okay, I think we're okay. Yeah, so Chamber 2 was another bust. I think I took a little too much time on the first half against Capellios. But then, even on the second half, it wasn't... Yeah, it was not good. It was not a good look there, especially against those Baptists. The energy drain is just so brutal. And trying to... With a national team, which is very energy dependent, or like burst dependent, it's really rough breaking up those rotations with the energy being drained from you. So, oof. I think Kazuha definitely helps a lot on that second half. If I had Kazuha instead of Sucrose, if I had switched them, I think it would have been easier just because Kazuha is a lot better at dodging those electro attacks. And then I also have Favonius on Kazuha, which helps the team's energy requirements too. So. Yeah, wow, that's really tough actually.
岩山八九夜の源源
貫こう
風の赴くままに風の歌雲難攻不落
夜の剣
Overload's not too bad here because we're fighting lots of enemies at once, so then the AoE damage is definitely welcome here. It's pretty nice. The nice thing about this team is also the rotation is really tight because we're not really dependent on any like long burst cooldowns. So we can do like a 15-second rotation, like, which is really quick and tight. So So then you just have like constant damage uptime, which is nice.
Yeah. Say. Kengen.
Yeah, I think this might be the fastest clear of this half that I have so far. Well, we haven't cleared it yet, but assuming we're on track. Oh my god, he goes so far. Okay, it looks like it's gonna be about the same clear time as that Vaporize Arlecchino that I had at the very beginning. Yeah, 827. Yeah, against those smaller mobs, the Overload Arlecchino is actually quite strong. Well, we'll get some energy here while we wait.
みんながそばにいてくれるわ。
吸引テスト開始。はあ、はあ、熱々でしょ。理想の風、しみ。
Yeah, the national team is really good against. Oh my god, I can never keep track of where this guy goes. Holy crap. The national team is much better at fighting this boss though. So this is what we brought. This is what we brought the national team here for. Yeah, we saved Xingqiu's skill for the Pyro Shield, like I mentioned earlier, so that definitely helps cut down on time. Yeah, notice how we're breaking the shields almost immediately as they come up, and that's kind of what you. Oh my god, I swear this teleport is going to be the end of me. Yeah, and that's kind of what we're aiming for here. So yeah, as long as the first looks like if our first half has about 820 remaining, we have enough time to beat the Baptists. Like 2 full, because that gives us about 2 full shield cycles. And that seems to be kind of the benchmark in terms of time. National feels great second half, but second chamber is annoying if you don't front load damage with Xingqiu's vapes. Sack on Xingqiu is amazing. How do you like Mommy Chino so far? Mommy Kino. Yeah, she's really strong. Her single target damage is like crazy strong. I feel like she's hitting about as hard as my Hu Tao, who's much like more invested. And like my Arlecchino is like relatively weak in terms of her build because I still have her at level 80. Normals are at 8, burst is at 6, and then I'm using Glad instead of the Whimsy set, so then that means I only get increase on my normal attacks. My burst is not enhanced by Glad, and then I'm also using White Tassel, which means my base attack is very, very low. So overall, her stat sheet does not look fantastic. She has about 1600 attack, 80 crit rate, 180 crit damage. The crit spread is pretty good, I would say, because my Glad pieces are pretty good. But aside from that, everything is like pretty underinvested compared to say like my Hu Tao, who is she has 78 crit rate, 246 crit damage, 33,000 HP, 180 EM. She has a Homa, and her artifacts are much better. She also has 999 on talents, and I feel like Arlecchino's like single target damage output is comparable to my Hu Tao's, which is kind of crazy to me. Of course, a lot of that work is being done by like Bennett and like Yelan, who also provide really, really big buffs, but it's pretty astounding like how strong she is right now. For the first one, oh yeah, using Nazizen Koit's sword is is a good idea too. So then it eliminates the pyro requirement when fighting against Capellius, because normally you need pyro to break his cryo shield, but then you can take a Osha user or a Nazizen Koit's sword user and break it that way. I don't know if the cooldown, I think the cooldown is good enough, but you do kind of have to. You kind of have to buffer the or you have to manage the cooldown a bit, because the Usha proc happens anytime you normal attack, and then it goes on a 12-second cooldown, I believe, 12 seconds. So then if you like accidentally use it at the beginning of the fight without realizing it, then it'll be on cooldown when the shield comes up. It's 12 seconds, yeah. So then you kind of have to save your normal attack every 12 seconds and use it only when the shield is up. So then we could use it on somebody like, yeah, somebody on Layla actually would be pretty good. Like if you did like a Layla plus Neuvillette team, instead of putting a pyro character on there, you could just use the Nazi Senkoi's sword. And then anytime his shield comes up, you just normal attack with Layla, use her shield, and then switch off. Can we see Xiangling's build? Yeah, of course. We've got catch on her, level 90, pretty standard stuff. 150 EM, 1679 attack, and then crit rate is 50 over 130. The crit rate is deliberately a bit lower because the catch gives you 12% crit rate on your burst, right? So then, and you add 12% to this becomes 61%. So then you have 61, 130 effectively crit ratio, which is closer to that 1 to 2 golden ratio. And the energy recharge 217. I usually like to keep it a little over 200, so then this is kind of the sweet spot for me. And then yeah, level 90 catch. And then the main talent is the Pyronado, of course. So I have it at level 9, and then the Constellation brings it up to 12. All right, I gotta start getting ready for dinner, so I'm probably gonna call it quits here. I think the main takeaways that we learned is that we need some kind of like vaporized team with an Animo on the second half. So you pretty much have to use like National, unfortunately. And then for the first half, we have a few options. Neuvillette seems to be pretty good. Arlecchino seems to be mostly okay. Really anything that can deal AoE damage and you don't really need grouping, I would say, because like even though you're fighting multiple waves of enemies, they either come grouped already or they're heavy and you can't group them. So then I think Animo is not as important on the first half. You just need good AoE damage like Neuvillette. Like we saw Neuvillette just shredded through the Genki trio. And then either a pyro support or a pyro damage dealer for Coppelius' shield, or an Usha character. I actually don't even know who the Usha characters are. Let me look it up, because I know I have a pretty good... I remember I like memorized most of the Numa characters for the previous cycle, but then I actually don't know who the Usha... I guess the Usha characters are just everybody who's not the Numa characters, but then I don't know what that means for us. Apparently Usha is Chevy, Chlorine, which isn't out yet, Furina, Lynette, Navia, and Risley. So there actually aren't that many. It's just Chevy, Furina, Lynette, Navia, and Risley. I feel like Navia could be pretty good on the first half, actually. If I had her, I would have liked to try her out. And then Risley... I'm trying to think. I feel like Cryo is not great on the first half, though. Maybe it's okay. No, you don't want Cryo, because Coppelius has very high Cryo res, so you probably don't want to take Risley. Yeah, I feel like Navia is a pretty good Osho user for that first half. And then Chevy is also an Osho user, so you could go for like an Overload Chevy team on the first half. I think that could be pretty good too. All right, I think I'm gonna call it quits here. Thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you learned something from this Spiral Abyss run, and I'll be coming out with some, like official guide videos, chamber by chamber guide videos too. So look out for those. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next cycle probably.